to me, the biggest, it's top two, if not the biggest threat in all of banking, comes down to the core legacy companies. They're by far, they stifle innovation, if not more than bank regulators. I actually think they stifle more than bank regulators. And I'm really appalled that bank regulators don't jump in on this. And, definitely that's going to be a whole host of calls of, how, bank cores have to change their mission.
Yeah.
They have to move. And then bankers have to demand it. We all have to band together and demand it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never, once again, being in banking, I'm told I don't think like the average banker. So I guess I'm glad for it, but I'm amazed that we're in an industry and that we're so happy to provide services for less than it costs us to provide them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that business model doesn't work.
That's right.
But yeah, time and time again, I see bankers doing that.
Right.
And banks doing it all day long.
Yeah. They're not looking for something that provides a greater upside with less risk.
And consumers probably don't want to see their bank, making trillions of dollars and a huge return on revenue. They just want them to be solid because then I'm paying for it. But, then again, they're happy to have Square be worth trillions that is dependent and resides on banks.
Well, if there's
built their platform.
If there's a mutuality of value exchange, then the consumer or the customer doesn't really think about it, doesn't care. They just know they're taken care of, right? I mean, look at Apple. What's their valuation?
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Ton of reserves.
But you got people out there still standing in line for the newest, latest, greatest thing. For the most part, there's a mutuality of benefit that's being transferred. Mm-hmm. So they're not questioning that. In fact, they're actually saying, "Hey, look, I'm a part of that. Like I belong to a company that is valued at however many trillions of dollars."
Yeah. So, I want to dive deep into legacy cores on episodes.
Okay.
Talk about contract negotiations. There's third parties that come in and negotiate the contracts for you, which there's some good companies out there. And, it's one of those systems that just boggles my mind. The core technology companies, they already know their bottom line or what they're willing to give. Mm-hmm. And they know that these third parties have an idea what other banks are paying. Instead of just coming out of the gate and saying, here's our price that we're willing to give you and be fair, bankers end up hiring third parties who come in and they pay a huge amount of commission as soon as they hire that. And it's just a mockery. It's a complete joke.
It's like a racket.
It is a racket. And sometimes they're a necessary evil, and there's some good negotiators out there, but there's also some, that are just, they know that all they do is ask for a few things and they're going to make 20%. They're going to say, oh, well, we saved you X this year, but it's a 8-year contract. So we saved you 100,000 year one, 8-year contract, 800,000. We get 20,000. We get 20% of 800,000 up front. Now, I refuse to do that.
Yeah.
You're telling me, I'm going to allow someone else to negotiate my contract when it affects my shareholders. No.
Right.